Brothers and sisters, my friends on Facebook, everywhere you are, I greet you in the name of our Lord. Today I want to come to you and share this message of peace, of love, of hope with you. My message today is titled, Can Anything Good Come from Nazareth? This is a famous phrase that we hear often in the Bible. It's about Nathanael asking Philip, when Philip had met Jesus and has seen that he was the Messiah, and went ahead to tell Nathanael that, hey, Nathanael, come. I have seen the one the prophet spoke about, the Messiah, the Savior of the world. I have seen Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I have seen the one the prophet spoke about. This passage is in John Gospel chapter 1, when you read from the verses 43 to 51. And when Nathanael heard that the Messiah comes from Nazareth, Nathanael said something. He exclaimed, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" So be to me free Nazareth aba. Somebody will say, why did Nathanael say this about the Messiah? Why did he say this about Jesus Christ? Can anything good come from Nazareth? He despised the town Jesus comes from because Nazareth was despised by the Jews. Nazareth was a ghetto. Nazareth was a town that did not have any proper recognition at that time. It was a place that most criminals came from. So knowing that the Messiah is coming from Nazareth made Nathanael ask, can anything good come from Nazareth? Be to me free Nazareth abana. And this passage struck me a lot. It really struck me because we also always despise people. We stereotype people. We judge people based on where they come from. We despise them based on maybe sometimes half-truth. We generalize people. We put people into a bracket because of what we know or what we have heard about a particular group of people. Nazareth was speculated to have a poor reputation in morals and religion on the part of what? Of the Jews. The Jews believed Nazareth was not, they didn't have any proper reputation. When it was morally corrupt town. And it was also a place where the Roman Empire at that time had their military base. So the Jews despised the town called Nazareth at that time. So when Nathanael was told that the Messiah comes from Nazareth, he said, can anything good come from Nazareth? This raises a lot of questions. Nathanael had not yet met Jesus. No, Jesus. He hadn't even seen him yet. But look at his question. Can anything good come from Nazareth? Then Philip said, hold on, Nathanael. You have not yet seen this man. Why do you make judgment about him? Why do you ask this question? Come and see for yourself. Or say, bra, nabehu. That is what the reply Nathanael gave to what? Philip gave to Nathanael. Come and see. And as they approached, Jesus said, now here is a genuine son of Israel, a man of complete integrity. How do you know about me? Nathanael asked. This is John chapter 1, verse 48. How do you know about me? Nathanael asked. Jesus replied, I could see you under the fig tree before Philip found you. Then Nathanael exclaimed, Rabbi, you are the Son of God, the King of Israel. Look, somebody who said, Can something good come from Nazareth? Is now saying, Rabbi, you are the king. You are the Son of God, the King of Israel. Nathanael had first made judgment about Jesus Christ. Can something good come from Nazareth? And Philip said, no, Nathanael, you are making a mistake. Come and see for yourself who this man is. Then Jesus started saying what he knew about Nathanael. Even before you came, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you. Then Nathanael said, hey, hold on. Initially, I said, can something good come from Nazareth? But now, his perception has changed. His opinion about Jesus has changed. Now he is saying, Rabbi, you are the Son of God, the King of Israel. Somebody who had earlier said, can something good come from Nazareth, is now saying that you are the King of Israel. You are the Son of God. Nathanael was caught in the web of stereotyping Jesus, generalizing because of what he knows about Nazareth as a criminal town, as a ghetto, as a place that is morally corrupt, as a place that has no reputation. So he had what? Judged Jesus, that nothing good can come from Nazareth. We stereotype people based on what we know or we have heard. Sometimes half-truths. We stereotype people. We judge people. Sometimes based on their past histories. Stereotyping is when a person forms an oversimplified opinion about a group of people or specific things. When you stereotype someone, you base your opinion on limited factual evidence. Limited factual evidence. Half-truths. Nathanael has judged Jesus. Can something good come from Nazareth? But Philip said, no. Nathanael, you need to see this man before you make that conclusion. You need to experience this man before you make that conclusion. So hold on. Hold your breath. Hold your peace. Come and see before you make a judgment over this man. Can we also be patient? Even when we are told lies. Even when we are told stuff about people. Can we? There is this syndrome that we normally experience. Being an enemy of my friend's enemy. Obi ni obi anya ntokwa emfa me ho oye madamfo nti oni asuma esi anya asem nti me nsuma ko time madamfo ye chisi ye ko time sa ni pai meanwhile oni wunya any relationship enya wo no oni wunya asem. It is between that person and your friend, but then you join to hate that person. Let's look at what Nathanael did and learn from this. Can something good come from Nazareth? He had already judged Jesus because he comes from Nazareth, a town that has no religious or no social reputation. It's a corrupt place. Nobody would want to come from that place. It's a ghetto place. So can something good? This is how we judge people wrongly. This is how we judge people wrongly. This is how we are biased towards people. Even when we have not experienced these people by ourselves, but we tend to what? To judge them based on what we have been told. We all come from a place, especially in Ghana, where we have so many tribes, so many ethnic groups. We are told this or that, this history about this group of people. So we sometimes don't even want to get close to some people because of their tribe, because of their language, because of the color of their skin, because of what we have been told about these people. We discriminate against one another because we stereotype. Nathanael did that to Jesus. Reverend Bernardine, you are welcome. I can see you watching. Nathanael did this to Jesus. He said, can something good come from Nazareth? Because of what he knows about Nazareth. We judge and we discriminate against one another. Meanwhile, Christ calls us to love one another. Jesus calls us to love one another. And when Nathanael experienced Jesus for himself, his perception changed. So why don't you experience people before you even if you have to even judge them? Why don't you experience them first before you judge them? Before you believe what you have been told or to be the truth or not? Why don't you give yourself that breathing space? We stereotype others based on the color of their skin, their occupation, their religion, their political party, their nationality. I am guilty, my brother, my sister, you are also equally guilty. This is a social syndrome, a social evil we always commit against one another. Stereotyping. Judging based on limited information that we have or we know about people. Stereotyping stops us from getting to know people and it limits us. Stereotyping, it stops us from getting to know people and it limits us. Imagine if Philip had not told Nathanael to come and see. Nathanael would have stuck to his opinion about Jesus because he comes from Nazareth. But Philip told him, Nathanael, you are making a mistake. You have not seen this man yet. You have not met this man yet. Why do you say this about him? Come and see for yourself. Don't believe all that you are told about others as the absolute truth. Don't believe all the lies. Don't always listen to one side of the story. You will make a false judgment. So Philip said, Nathanael, no, you haven't seen this man yet. So come. And after Nathanael had experienced Jesus himself, he said, Rabbi, you are the Son of God, the King of Israel. Why don't you also wait? Experience people and make your own judgment about them. Why don't you also wait? Get close to people, relate to them. Some people have missed their angels because of discrimination, because of stereotyping, because of certain perception and opinion they have formed about people. Stereotyping can harm a person's confidence and self-esteem. When you stereotype a person, you can harm that person's self-confidence and esteem. Oh, you are this. Oh, you are that. Oh, you come from this place. Oh, you are not worthy. Oh, you are not this. Oh, you cannot qualify to be this. It destroys a person's confidence and self-esteem. Nathanael did not stick to his prejudice, but he investigated further. See, look, Nathanael investigated further. When Philip said, come and see, he followed. And when he saw Jesus, as Jesus started talking about him, telling him things Nathanael knew, he was surprised. So imagine, he saw Jesus as the Messiah. You are the Son of God. Just look at it. How awesome his experience with Jesus was. How wonderful his experience with Jesus was. This person has said that can something good come from Nazareth? But now he's saying Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, the King of Israel. This is so awesome. Brethren, Let's learn from this experience. Let's go extra mile to investigate. Even when we hear the bad stories about people, let's go extra further to investigate, to know the truth, than to rely on what we have been told to be the absolute truth. Nathanael investigated further. When Philip said, Nathanael, come and see, he could have stuck to what he knows and said, no, I won't come. I won't go with you. But he went a step further and saw for himself who the Messiah was and experienced. Can something good come out from you? Maybe you have also dwelt on the negativities that have been said about you. You have always, relied on what people have said about you, the negative things people have said about you. So you also ask yourself, can something good come out from me? Brethren, brother or sister listening to me, I want to encourage you. You are the image of God. You are the, you are wonderfully and fearfully made. God is in you. God's Spirit is in you. You are unique. You are somebody. You are worthy. There is something good in you. Just believe in yourself and believe in the God that is in you. You are somebody. You are worthy. Trust, God's abilities in you. Trust God's, Spirit in you. Trust that you have the Spirit of God in you. You have all it takes. Believe it and move on. Don't let what people say about you crash you to the ground. Don't let what people say about you put you down. Rise up from the negativities. Yes, something good can come out from you if you believe, if you trust, if you believe in yourself and believe in the God that is in you. Something good will come out of you. Trust me. Let us not, the lessons I have learned from this passage is that let us not dwell on the negativities, on the stereotyping, on the judgment people pass about us. Go extra further. Nathanael went extra further. When Philip said, come and see, Nathanael went to experience Jesus for himself. But he has said, can something good come from Nazareth? Then Philip said, come and see. Brethren, let us also experience people before we make judgment about them. Let us not always make oversimplified opinion about a group or specific people. These people are this. These people are this. These people are this. It will not help us. It will limit us. It will even stop us from sometimes meeting our helpers. Sometimes your helper is in that group which you have judged or prejudiced. Sometimes your helper is in that person which you have been told some lies about and which you have believed. That person is your helper, and that is stopping and limiting you from getting to tap that help that you need from that person. Let us learn from this passage, and let us not judge people by the limited or by the half-truths we know. Let's get close to people. Let's know people by ourselves. And for that way, we will be able to establish the truth by ourselves than relying on what people tell us. God richly bless you for watching this program. You can share your thoughts. You can share your reflections. Can something good come from Nazareth? Maybe you are also asking yourself, based on what people have told you, the negativities have dwelt in your mind. You have piled up all the negative stuff people have said about you, and that has cringed you to the ground. You are not able to come out of some of these negativities. You are dwelling on them. But Nathanael went to see and saw that Jesus was the Messiah. you can also come out of these negativities and experience the blessings of God in your life. Come out of that, cage. Come out of that prison. Come out of, bondage. Come out of that, image you have formed, that negative image you have formed about yourself. Something good is in you, and something good can come out of you if only you believe. If only you can try again. If only you can begin again. The year is still fresh. We're still in the new year. You can still start again. You can still begin again. Something good is in you. Don't dwell on the negatives. There is something good in you. Believe in yourself. Take a step. Take a step. Take an action. And you're good to go. God richly bless you. Something good is in you. Don't judge people. Don't be biased. Don't stereotype. Don't stereotype. Know people before you judge them. Maybe that person is your angel. Maybe that lady you rejected because of what you were told about could have been your support, your spouse, could have been your helpmate, but you rejected her because of what you were told about her. God richly bless you. If you have been blessed by this message, like, comment, and share it. Thank you for watching this broadcast. Bye-bye.